Hello, Georgians. I'm El-Mahdi, and I've been proud to serve you for these last 5 years as your Georgia State Representative, and I'm glad to serve as a member of our House Committee on Industry and Labor. My mission and my mantra has always been to stand for everyday workers who I know oftentimes cannot speak for themselves. And that's why I'm here to speak to you now. I'm sure you've probably heard the news of the strike initiated by the United Auto Workers Labor Union against the big three automakers. That's Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis, which is now the corporation that owns Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat, and Maserati. Well, this unprecedented action comes after a stalemate in negotiations between the rank and file members of the United Auto Workers who have made their demands known months in advance, but still have not gotten responses that are even the least bit respectful of their demands. Why now? Well, for more than a decade, the CEOs at these automakers have been raking in billions of dollars of pay and stock options. Even the first half of this year, amidst high inflation and rising costs of living, they have enjoyed over $21 billion in profits and over $250 billion over this past decade, giving themselves raises upon raises while failing to do even the least for the workforce. Meanwhile, American workers are victimized by these auto company policies that stop temporary workers from becoming full-time employees after 90 days, which is a sneaky way of ducking from providing health care or stock options. Their policies oftentimes don't allow for sick leave, or they force workers to clock extended 12-hour shifts up to 7 days straight, robbing honest Americans of valuable time they can spend with loved ones, or even just to take time to care for their own personal health. Hardworking employees know the risk of committing to a strike. That time off for a strike may mean taking home a lower paycheck. But that's when we must encourage them to remember that we each have a First Amendment right to free speech and the right to peacefully assemble. Recently, in a separate action, I joined some of my constituents and local members of the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild, who were on strike as billionaire executives at the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers denied workers fair compensation or protections against the unethical use of artificial intelligence. You see a trend? It has been reassuring, though, to see that wage earners are no longer willing to keep their heads down or their mouths shut as they're taken to the cleaners. Make no mistake, this is not a political issue. This is a business issue. This is about how we treat Americans who give their best to build our industries and make our state and country stronger. That's why I am encouraging you, and I'm talking to you. Please support in kind words or in volunteering or attending support events, even giving a humble prayer for these members of organized labor fighting for themselves and fighting for the least of these Americans who are like you, who wake up every day and put in a full shift of your best and honest work effort while never getting the full benefit of what you've earned. We must stand with them now and as they stand firm for the rest of us, because we cannot just let a special few empower themselves at the top. No, we must empower the people.